Let me just show you how extremely fast and easy it is to import and use your KNX project. So since you are, majority, if not all, are working with KNX, what you would do by default, you would go here to devices, right click, select add, and you would add KNX into the list. Press add, and I have KNX under my devices. After I will show you the KNX import part, I will also kind of dial back down and show you the overview of the configurator, so you're gonna have a better understanding how to navigate. But I think it's pretty intuitive. It's not too hard to use. So you would add your KNX in. We support all the connection types. So if you are using IP, USB, serial, tunneling, all the connection types are supported. If you have a Jigsaw, of course, you would use the Jigsaw connection type. It will then use the Jigsaw's internal IP gateway, and then you can connect to your KNX bus and then control your devices. So your ETS project is done, your group addresses are set, everything is downloaded, everything is working. What you can do next is you can export your ETS project. You export it as, let's say, a KNX project file, and what you do next, you import it into BOS. So to do this, we go to ETS import, we run this function, we will locate our KNX project. As you can see, my demo project for KNX, and I can open it up. And here we see the list of all the group addresses that are in my ETS project. Here we have the name of the address, we have actual group address, and then also we have our status address. Some of them, as you can see, are white, majority, but some of them are colored red. If they are colored red, that just means, as you can see, that they are undefined. So if a group address is undefined in ETS, it will also be undefined in BOS. So if you still want to import it, just simply check what's the current group address. So lights on and off. So it's usually a Boolean type. And just right click and select Boolean. If you have been working with ETS for a while now, this is going to be extremely easy to do. Just click multiple select. Dimmable lights are usually unsigned values. Temperature is usually float value. So you would just select whichever group address you also want to import and set the correct type. Another thing that we also need to do here is we need to link our status addresses with our actual group addresses. See, we have status addresses are currently empty. In the future updates, we are also planning on automating this. So it's going to be one click to link the statuses together. But in this case, we just need to select, as you can see, status addresses we have here. So it's 011 and here we have 001. Select the status addresses, right click, copy address. That's, I would say, the easiest way to do it. We copy the group addresses and now we go to our actually group addresses, right click and paste to status address. And BOS is gonna then link the group addresses together. Why we do this? Because if we go into the client and let's say if we go to, let's say, bedroom, here, as you can see, we only have one group address. So we don't know, this group address wouldn't know the status. So if someone was physically in the room and if they flip the switch, we would also, of course, want to receive a live feedback in the client. And for this to work, we need to link these two together. It wouldn't make too much sense to have, a split in the middle and one will be for status to see what's going on and the other one will be for control. We only have the one button, and now since we need to check also what's going on in the building, we link the status addresses together. This may look like a lot of work, but once you do this, the importation process once or twice, you will see the whole process is extremely fast and extremely easy to do. So let's also just do the shades. So unsigned, we have position status, copy shades position, paste the status. And then now we just have the shades. So I'm not gonna go through all of them because we don't need them. So we just press next. And we see that we have now imported 64 new devices or 64 new group addresses. So in the first step, we simply just imported the group addresses, but now we are going to tell BOS what these group addresses actually are. Again, In the future updates, we're also planning on automating this. So it's going to be a little bit even easier for you as well. So it's going to be like 2 clicks and you have the KNX imported. But for now, again, extremely simple process to do. We just check, as you can see, heating, current set point. We select my set point, right click, set template, and here we have temperature set point. And once we do the template, you can see that the template changed to this, the image changed, unit change, and also what we set here will change as well. If we go to lights, let's say lights on and off, right click, template, lamp, again, image is gonna change, unit is gonna change. Also, if I go into the client, colors are automatically going to be set. How the button react is automatically going to set. So when we set these templates, a ton of things happen on the back end. Coloring, the way the button looks, the way the button reacts. So if I do a boolean and a lamp, it's going to be like a yellow lamp on and off. Temperature set point is going to open up this set point menu that we can use. So, and shades are gonna be, blue and dimmable, devices are gonna be green and so on. So a ton of things happen on the back end when we set the template. So it's gonna be even easier and faster when we start creating our visualization because all of the templates and everything is gonna be set. So let's just do the shades and then template, we have shades, and if I want, I can already start customizing the visualization because here you can see by default, it automatically set these light bulb as, the icons. But if I want, I can already start customizing. So let's say bedroom wall and let's say kitchen, let's say hallway. I select these two, right click, and if I select image, I can already change how the button is going to look in the visualization. So I can go to lamps, and maybe it's a chandelier and I press this chandelier. And as you can see, these two icons have now been changed. And once I'm done, I can close this ETS import wizard and you can see that BOS will put your group addresses into folders and subfolders exactly the same way as you have them in ETS. So if your ETS project is done well, transparent, everything is labeled, it is going to be that much easier for you to navigate and control the devices in your project. So if I was connected to a KNX bus, I could go to living room LED, see all my settings for my group address are here, addresses, values, types, and communications flags. But if I want, I would go to values, value, and change this value to true, and the light will turn on. As soon as you have the group address and connection to your KNX bus, you can just change the value here and the group address will change.